Hi, this is LCGN Consulting, here to present a marketing research plan for the FGP loyalty program in order to estimate and identify the most valuable customer and predict if a customer will churn. So the main research undertaken today is based off the FGP loyalty program, which currently includes 3 merchants, a fast food, a petrol, and a grocery chain situated in an Asian country. So our customer loyalty program is a tactic that can entice the customer to keep purchase habits under the companies involved. The main managerial problem today is to find out the best way to expand the FGP loyalty program to include more merchants and high number of customers, to resolve complaints from the current merchants on operational issues, and to provide enough evidence that the expansion will be beneficial as well. So this combination of findings are needed to successfully implement and improve the loyalty program.
So the research question is how to identify the most valuable customers in the loyalty program. So this can be done by calculating customer lifetime value, which is shown in the equation here. So the discount rate was assumed at 10%, which is the industry standards for investment returns. However, FGP investment return rate may differ from the industry standards depending on the investment portfolio. It also assumes a retention rate of 75%, which was a retention rate from 2015 to 2016. Revenue from each customer was assumed as a total sales amount. Servicing costs and acquisition costs was also assumed to be 0. However, this is highly unlikely in a real-world situation, and therefore leads to an overestimated CLV score. So as evident from the histogram, the CLV scores are skewed to the right, with a few outliers. There's also a large range, as the maximum score is 28,300 and the minimum score is 1.85. So since the CLV model only takes into account of revenue being the main differentiator among the customers, this means that the most valuable customers under the CLV model are customers who purchase the most. This assumption is further confirmed through the RFM model, where monetary values had the most significant impact on high RFM scores. Hypothesis testing was then conducted on the CLV scores. The null hypothesis states that the mean between the groups are the same. The t-test and ANOVA was tested at a 5% level of significance. So analysis showed that there is a difference in CLV scores based on race, home city, and credit cards. It will be the loyalty program's objective to utilize this information and maximize customer lifetime value. So, although there was a statistical difference based on race, the category types were very broad, which consisted of other, race 1, and race 2. This gives us very limited information. Also, it may be unethical to misuse this information. However, if certain areas are populated with more immigrants or people from a certain background, they may feel more welcomed if they had a sense of familiarity from their culture or background. There was also a significance in CLV scores based on home city. This means different areas have more valuable customers. Cities with higher CLV scores are potentially more loyal and hence should get more promotions and incentives. Area B, Area E, and Area F had the highest mean CLV scores. Lastly, there was a statistical difference in CLV scores based on credit card, with customers owning a credit card having a higher CLV score. Hence, it is recommended to form a partnership with banks to further promote this loyalty program.
Research question seeks to determine the most influential variables that make up the most valuable customer for the FGP loyalty program through their willingness to recommend the program to others. So the main assumption that is fundamental to answering the question is having Net Promoter as the main dependent variable. We chose to do this as Net Promoter essentially reflects the rate at which a customer would recommend the program, and as you can see here, advocating, which leads to bonding, is a value-adding process. This essentially means that the recommendation comes after satisfaction, which means that it is a better gauge for customer value in the loyalty program. So the first test utilizes the tools of dummy coding and multiple regression in order to find the most significant values that influence Net Promoter scores. This means that we use Net Promoter as a dependent variable and used all other factors such as race, gender, ownership of a car as independent variables. The model showcased a 56% model fit to explain the variance where the variables that had p-values under 0.05 were considered to be significant. For the variables of race 1, gender, owning a car, owning a credit card, and all satisfaction levels, and being active in 2016 were considered. This brings us to the second regression of the test, which involved conducting multiple regression with only the significant variables. This model also showed an R-squared of 56% and a low BIF ranging from 1 to 1.8, to suggest low levels of correlation which were significant overall. This regression allowed us to ultimately establish the net promoter equation, which is shown here, to explain the interaction, where in conclusion, gender being an active member in 2016 and satisfaction levels with the fast food outlet were variables that were greatly influencing net promoter levels, with coefficients of 1.770, 0.680 and 0.624 respectively. Tests involved the conduction of part-worth estimation in order to find out utility levels. This test was conducted to find out recurring variables of customers that had high and low utility levels, as high utility essentially links to high values. So, using the regression coefficients, we were able to calculate the utility scores. The table here shows 5 highest and 5 lowest utility scores, where the highest score was 11.395 and the lowest was 0.106. The highest utility score showed a female of race 1 who owned a car but did not own a credit card. She was from City B and was an active member of the program in 2016. Her satisfaction level averaged 9.75 and her rate of recommendation was 10. On the other hand, the lowest utility score was a male of race 1 who did not own a car or a credit card. Now from City G and was not an active member of 2016. His satisfaction levels averaged to be 5.5 with a net promoter score of 0. From this analysis, we were able to deduce that gender was a recurring variable that differentiates utility scores. So it was seen that females had higher utility levels and males had lower utility levels. Average satisfaction scores and net promoter were also highly influential variables, where their active status in 2016 was also very meaningful to overall. Finally, test 3 was conducted to essentially concrete the findings where hypotheses were tested through t-tests and ANOVA tests. As a result, the variables being active in 2016, gender and owning a car were considered the most significant, having p-values of 0. In conclusion, the analysis allowed us to gather the most valuable customers are female, have high satisfaction levels, but probably don't own a car, and which may suggest lower income levels, and are active members in 2016. In conclusion, the conduction of these tests allowed us to gather the most valuable customers, which are female, have high satisfaction levels in the program and the stores, and most probably do not own a car, which may suggest lower income levels, and are an active member of the program in 2016. These pose several implications for managers. First of all, in order to maximize the market base of the loyalty program, males also have to be considered, where the business should aim to target males through strategic marketing. In order to encourage people to remain active, the business should aim to provide more incentives or market their incentives more attractively, while also improving user experience by making the loyalty program easier to use. And finally, as satisfaction levels are influential, a feedback and complaint system can be established to improve product as well as overall customer service experience.
From research question 3, we'll be looking at which variables influence the likelihood of a customer churn. To put this question into context, we define a customer who churns as one who discontinues their relationship with the company. We therefore assume that a customer who churns is inactive in 2016 and has a low level of satisfaction with the program and 3 merchants. For test 1, we use binary logistic regression to determine the probability of customer churn based on categorical variables and level of satisfaction. With p-values less than 0.05, our test showed that satisfaction with the fast food chain, petrol station, net promoter score, gender, car ownership and credit card ownership were significant variables in determining the probability of a customer remaining active in 2016. Through further analysis, we found that the probability that a customer will remain active is more likely to increase when they are more satisfied with the petrol chain, a male and own a credit card. This percentage increase is 0.051%, 0.046% and 0.038% respectively. On the other hand, the probability that a customer will churn is more likely to increase when they are unsatisfied with the fast food chain, have a low net promoter score and don't own a car. For test 2, we use descriptive analysis and t-tests to identify which variables influence the difference between the number of active customers in 2015 and 2016. As an overview, we found that the number of active customers decreased from 1,995 from 2015 to 2016 to 1,499. This represents a 24.86% decrease, in which 496 customers became inactive. Conducted a descriptive analysis of customers active in 2016 and not active in 2016. By comparing results for the two groups, it became clear that on average, customers not active in 2016 rated their satisfaction with the overall program, with the fast food chain and petrol chain and likelihood to recommend the program significantly lower than customers who were active in 2016. Finally, for test 3, we used two tests to establish if overall satisfaction and net promoter scores vary between active and non-active customers. Our hypothesis was that overall satisfaction with the program does not vary between active and non-active customers in 2016. Our alternative hypothesis was that overall satisfaction does vary between the two groups. Since the p-value is less than 0.05, we reject the null and conclude that overall satisfaction does vary between the two groups, with active customers giving a higher rating of 7.49 compared to 6.58 on average. Similarly, for net promoter scores, the p-value is less than 0.05, so we reject the null and conclude that likelihood of recommending the program to a friend or colleague does vary between the two groups, with active customers giving a higher rating of 6.46 compared to 4.35 on average. From analysis, it is clear that Jennifer can therefore do three things to reduce customer churn. She can implement extensive advertising, particularly at fast food chains and petrol stations, to promote discounts or rewards for joining the program. Furthermore, she can implement a referral program where customers who refer a friend or colleague receive a discount for membership fees. Finally, since customers who own a card and credit card are more likely to remain active in the program, Jennifer can increase flexibility of the program with an online platform where customers have the option to claim their points online or in-store.
The most valuable customers in the current FGP loyalty program is highly impacted upon by personal factors, their willingness to promote the loyalty program to others, and being active in the program, alongside their own CLV estimations and purchase behaviors. This allows for customer profiling. So specific profiling in the report provides indication of the type of people who would be most likely to promote the program. Again, those with churn and those with customer utility, and suggest that external and internal factors all contribute and are important for this loyalty program to be successful. Through profiling, merchants will also be able to understand the value of a customer irrespective of profit by itself, as profit does not provide a whole indication of whether the loyalty program or the merchants are successful. It can also help expansion due to understanding of customer factors that lead to high customer value and satisfaction, and therefore both guide the manager towards operating a better loyalty program, rather these result in a mature and merchant expansion. So there are many issues stemming from current merchant inequality that should also be solved by cultivating high loyalty because of all merchants are necessities in individual life. One thing to consider is that dissatisfaction does not always contribute to customer churn. Customers can be dissatisfied, but they could still be part of the loyalty program. Additionally, inactivity for 1 year is not predictive of another year. Because we don't have enough data, we only have data for 2015, 2016, we can't make accurate prediction of trends and correlations for that. And we also need to consider that operational faults of loyalty program is present is not just the fault of merchants that lower satisfaction scores. Additionally, we overestimate CLV scores because we don't have the acquisition cost or the cost of obtaining customer, and therefore these scores are inflated. Lastly, we really need proper definition of broad categories such as race, so we can target specific subcategories to better implement our loyalty program.